Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? Shit, I got a little more time today, you know what I'm saying? Just got off work, so excuse my roughness, you know? But with that being said, though, man, this story right here, man, this from goddamn Prison Chronicles. I'm gonna give y'all a little piece of the Fed story and what I went through the federal system. Okay, this how I had started, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing my second bid for, for the state, and I was maxing out. I was gonna max out my Y. You know what I'm saying? So boom, maxed out my Y away for the state SEDC, and I had to leave and go into the federal system because 2 months for me getting out on that Y away sentence, the U.S. Marshals had came and picked me up and took me to Greenville. I'm talking about the whole ride to Greenville. I'm trying to figure out, like, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I've been in the streets doing a little something, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't feel like it was nothing for the feds to be on me and shit. So mind you, this is a crazy experience for me because I've been used to dealing with a little state case or whatever. So boom, goddamn, got to the Greenville on East North Street at the federal little courthouse or wherever they book you at or whatever. Boom. When I got there, I had recognized two individuals that I knew. One was from my hood, the other one was from another hood. But, overall, it was all love with us three though, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been through them boys or whatever. So I'm asking them, like, shit, like, what the hell going on? Why the fuck we here? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know why y'all here? Shit, they was like, hell no, man. The only thing I could think of, they might have picked up my gun because I was already a felon. So when he said that, it dawned back on me. I said, God damn, that might be what the hell I'm up here for a goddamn gun. So boom, got in there and shit, sure as shit, that's what we up there for, all three of us, pistol charges. So boom, they book us in. They taking pictures like, I'm talking about like we did mug shots. Then they pulled out their camera phones. Then they pulled out some kind of like digital camera and took pictures like that too. So I'm like, God damn, why they taking all these pictures of us? You know what I'm saying? So mind you, while I'm sitting out there, going through this booking process, I had to come out there, take another picture on the side by the elevator. But when you taking the pictures, you see all the people who want it by the feds on the motherfucking shit. So I'm just looking, glancing, trying to see, if I know anybody or, if I heard of anybody or whatever, just looking, you know what I'm saying? It's something to see because you're going to be in that motherfucker for a minute anyway. So you might well just look around. So boom, they put my ass back in the holding cell. Now I'm sitting there trying to figure out, like, man, what the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying, that I'm finna go through with these people, man, because I never dealt with no feds. I heard about them, but shit, I heard they just go out to big fish. I felt like a small fish in the pond, so I was like, but now that I know what I was up there for the pistol, it was like, shit, now I'm like, boom, I'm trying to see what the fuck they talking about, you know what I'm saying? So they take me into the thing, gave us a bond. I don't think it was that day. It might have been like a couple weeks out that we went up for the bond. Man, when we went for the bond here, some of the same individuals that I seen who was in there. I'm not gonna say no names though, If they looking at this, they know who they is. But we had went up there, man, off top. Since my last name Evans, I went before them. So boom. Man, these motherfuckers gave me a $400,000 bond for the feds to get out. I said, so you mean tell me I gotta pay $40,000 to get out? Or have some kind of property worth $400,000 or something like that? Man, like, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I ain't got nobody in my family gonna do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, damn. Now I'm looking at this shit like, man, I'm stuck like a motherfucker now. I'm like, man, listen, $400,000, man. I'm talking about, bro, listen, that's so far from what I had. I'm like, man, ain't no goddamn way. I'm stuck. You know what I'm saying? So when I got the bond was so fucking high, I ain't even want to call tell my people what the bond was. Cause shit, I know I wasn't getting about that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I remember calling my grandma and telling her about that shit. Boy, listen, my great grandma, God bless her soul. I told her, I said, Man, they gave me a $400,000 bond, man. She said, "Oh God, baby." She was like, She said, "You just gonna pray about it. God gonna work it through. He gonna work it through." I was like, boy, at that time I wasn't trying to hear that right there. All I was trying to hear, do you got some bread? Or do you know somebody got some bread to get me out? I need to get out, boy. So boom, shit. Got released from SCDC, went straight into federal custody. I had to go into the county jail. Sat in the county jail, shit, probably about 8 months, waiting to go to goddamn feds. When they came and got me, shit, it was out the blue. They came and got me one morning. I was like, damn. I wasn't expecting it, but they got me. So boom, now it's time to pack my shit and leave. So I got my shit together. I left out the cell. Went down to booking. Shit. Had some more people that was leaving to go. They put all us in them goddamn handcuffs with the shackles and a box in the middle of your handcuffs. They made sure your ass secure in the feds. And they took our ass out there to the bus. We rode the bus from Spartanburg to Atlanta, Georgia. When we got to Atlanta, Georgia, shit, man, we pulled up this motherfucker, man. This federal prison was in the hood. From people that's from Atlanta, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's a big ass federal prison, man, like a big ass medieval castle in the middle of one of them hoods in Atlanta. I can't remember the name of it, but it was USP Atlanta. That's the name of the prison. Man, when we got there, man, I'm like, man, listen. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I know this shit was like, I know it was real behind these walls. This shit looked like a real penitentiary. So the bus pulled all the way up into the garage thing. Boom. They searched the bus, do what they do. Boom, we got off. They did the whole little process and whatever, because I ain't want to explain every little detail to y'all, but boom, went through the whole process. I sat in Atlanta, man, about 30 days, though, man. Like, Atlanta was like Kirkland. It was like a R&E transit type shit. You don't come out the cell nothing but like an hour a day. So, during the course of that hour, shit, you can either go take your shower, or you can go play ball, work out, whatever you gonna do. Play cards, but you only got an hour. So off top, when I come out, I'll work out for about 20 minutes, then go take me a shower, boom, and it's over with. So going through that whole process was getting me adapted to being like in solitary confinement, because that's how it is, 23-1. So I had to, discipline myself for that. Like, I didn't go in there knowing that I can do that time like that, you know what I'm saying? It's shit that come with it, you feel me? Like, everybody say they can do time, but when it's time to do time, the time do them. So my thing is this. I went in there, I seen how that shit was rolling, and I did the time, you feel me? Cause one thing about it, by me getting to the feds, at first I was green, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming in there with that nasty ass shit from the state. Like, in the state prison back then, man, niggas living like savages, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was young. I was like, man, I might come in from playing ball, goddamn, have a sweaty shirt or whatever, put that shit in my neck bag with my dirty clothes and shit. Shit, my roommate, he smelled the sweaty shirt. Shit, had an old school roommate, you know what I'm saying, that been doing time. And he had to school me to that shit, like, man, listen, young blood, man, when you come in like that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta hang that shirt up, like hang it up out there on the rails or something like that, let it dry off, then put it in your dirty clothes basket. He was like, dirty clothes bag. He was like, he was just basically schooling me and shit. At first, I was one of them type of niggas, man, couldn't nobody tell me shit. You feel me? But it was like, I was like, fuck that shit, man. Like, I felt like I knew it all. You feel me? Until I started meeting people that did more time than me. You know what I'm saying? There was other things like, when taking a leak, you got to keep flushing the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody want to hear your piss hit the water. That shit irritating when you sitting in the cell with a motherfucker. So a lot of times, that's why they tell you, when you piss, flush at the same time. That's one of the rules of the penitentiary. For anybody to ever go, that's what you got to do. I promise you. It's nationwide. So boom. I gets to the goddamn, I'm in the feds and shit. Left Atlanta. Now I'm leaving Atlanta getting on a plane. I left Atlanta, USP, went to the airport down in Atlanta, but they had us off to the side. So we pull up. It's a big ass airplane out there, a white airplane with duct tape all around the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said, duct tape around the wing? I said, man, ain't no motherfucking way I'm finna get on that, man. Ain't no way. So, I'm asking questions all the time, like, man, what's up with that wing right there, man? Because I ain't give a fuck. I'm going to ask you, man, if I feel like this concerning my safety. I'm asking one of the goddamn marshals, like, hey, what's up with this wing, man? This motherfucker got duct tape around it. I said, this shit gonna hold up in the air? Oh, yeah, it's gonna hold up. Just had a little maintenance work on it, but it's all right. It ain't gonna come off. So I'm sitting there like, God damn, I gotta take these motherfuckers' word for it. The same motherfucker gave me the time. I gotta take their word for it in the air. I ain't never went to prison having to fly on a motherfucking airplane. So boom, we flying on the airplane and shit. When I tell y'all, my feet did not touch that ground when we got to Oklahoma until I got in that prison. Literally, they didn't. When we landed in Oklahoma, now mind you, I'm flying over all kind of other states and shit like Texas, goddamn Tennessee, motherfucking Arkansas. Man, when we went through goddamn well, that's going towards Cali, but that's on down the line. Anyway, when we got to Oklahoma though, boom, landed. When they let the airplane ladder down, it went straight into the we was on the Air Force base where we landed in Oklahoma. That shit went straight into a goddamn into the prison. Like the ladder part went straight out. They made it go straight out, and it went straight into the damn prison. And when you got in the prison, you walking down like a long walkway. They made everybody lined up and shit like that. And you got about 30 goddamn U.S. Marshals right there. They searching everybody, making sure you ain't bringing nothing illegal in and shit like that. So boom, we had to go through that shit, whatever. Script search. You can script search everywhere you go to in the feds. If a nigga tell you he ain't get script search in the feds, he lying and he ain't been there. Everywhere you go, they gonna script search your ass. Now I ain't talking about no bullshit script search. You got to get naked, you got to squat cough, and you got to lift your motherfucking balls up and show the motherfuckers you ain't got nothing. I'm telling you, you got to do that every yard you go to when you go to the feds. So boom, you doing that shit, went through that process, then you got to sit in this motherfucking big holding cell. Man, you might be in that motherfucker about 6-7 hours, man, waiting to hit the yard, go out there on the yard or whatever. Boom. I wasn't tripping when I got there because it was a little more freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't like, you couldn't be out all day, but you was out like at least 6 hours during the day. So that was better than that 23-1. So boom, mind you, when I first get to the cell, I go to the door to get let in. This motherfucker just got 2 floors or whatever. I go in there like, oh shit, boy, this shit right here look real here. But I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna hold my own. I ain't got no problem with that. So I get to the door. I see a motherfucker little short Mexican dude in there. So boom, they unlocked the door. I came in. He was standing up when they opened the door. And I came in, he wouldn't have sat down. So I put my shit on the top bunk. I asked him like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to see where my roommate mind at. You feel me? Because one thing about me, I'm always see where your mind at before I stay in the room with you. Because if your mind on some other shit, then they either gonna get me out of here or I'm gonna get myself out of here. Meaning if I got to beat you, destroy you, whatever, nigga, that's what I'm gonna do to get myself out that room with you. Cause I can't sleep around a motherfucker I don't trust. So boom. Anyway, trying to see where he at. Man, this nigga, he nodded at me and shit, but he didn't say nothing. So I was like, damn, fuck this nigga on. So got there, I kept putting my shit up. So boom, put my shit up. Goddamn, made my bed up. I ain't really make my bed, I just fold my goddamn blanket, put that shit on there, whatever. But when I went down to the other end, making up my bed, he slid down to the foot of his bed, and it's like he was looking at me on some defensive type shit. So I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm about to see what this nigga at. I said, hey bro, what's up, man? I said, we got a problem or something? He was like, oh no, what makes you think we have a problem? I say, shit, cause you keep watching me, man, then you ain't said nothing to me. That's the first words you done said to me. So I'm asking him like, hey, shit, like, what you got going on, man? You know what I'm saying? So he was like, Nah, man, he was like, I don't know, man. He said, do you gang bang? You ain't part of the organization? I was like, nah, man, ain't part of no organization. He was like, the reason I asked that because where I'm from, we don't mess with people, black people, like black men that's a part of organizations because it'd be a lot of static. And he was basically telling me, about the politics. And see, I'm coming from the South. I didn't know about the politics. It's politics out west. It's politics certain parts of the South too. You know what I'm saying? But it's really political out west. You know what I'm saying? And out west starting with Oklahoma. So boom. In Oklahoma, man, I'm sitting right here going through this shit with him. He telling me about the politics. He was like, man, he thought I gang banged.